Hello, and welcome back to the 2022 Tee Up for Teaching seminar. This is session number 3, and the topic is intentional marketing, making your golf facility and program more inclusive. So intentional marketing, how would you describe intentional marketing? I want you to think about it for a moment, and what does that mean to you? I think some questions for you to consider are: who regularly comes to your golf facility? What do you do to entice them to come to your facility? What do you do to show these customers they're valued? And another important question, maybe the most important, is what do you do to try to ensure they become a repeat customer? Does your facility actively and intentionally market to individuals who have a disability? These are all questions that I think would be helpful for you to spend time asking yourself. Now, what message do you think being intentional about marketing to a specific group gives that person? Marketing oftentimes, as we thumb through magazines, look at billboards, maybe television ads, even listening to the radio, what kind of message do you think this kind of marketing does? Oftentimes, it helps the person to see themselves using that product or service. So it has the couple seeing themselves at the auto dealership purchasing that new car, or a person being able to wear an expensive watch, or being able to go and enjoy playing golf on a course.
I'm Michelle Wee, and I'm a pro golfer.
I'm Jeremy Poinsnow, and I'm a competitive golfer.
I work hard every day
To improve my craft.
because I want to be the best.
The best that I can be.
I shoot in the 60s and 70s.
I shoot in the 70s and 80s.
I've won a major golf championship, but I've never done it blind. I salute challenge athletes like Jeremy Poinsnow, a true heroes of sport.
I think that is an absolutely fabulous video. And the first time I saw it, it just amazed me. This year, the golf industry has really worked hard to come together to break through silos, to bridge gaps, and they have worked to create what they call Make Golf Your Thing. Here's what it looks like. So when you click on the link to Make Golf Your Thing, it is really a wealth of information. It has information not only about the program, but then along the top, you will see information about growing the game. It has toolkits. We'll get to that later in another session. But I want to focus on here the marketing that they have done about national programs. So there are adult and youth programs. Let's first take a look at some of the adult programs. There are programs within the LPGA network that targets women. You also have this area that is really a search engine about find a coach. Now, this is helpful for an individual like myself who oftentimes, takes golf lessons, and so therefore I want to look for a coach in my area. But unless the PGA or LPGA coach goes into this website and then enters their information in it, I won't be able to know that there's a golf coach close to where I live. So let me encourage each of you who provide lessons or offer programs at your facility to go in and register yourself or your program so that individuals like myself or individuals who have a disability, any golfer, anyone who wants to get involved in golf can find it. There's the Get Golf Ready program, the Doubles Golf, PGA Family Cup. Now, the National Alliance for Accessible Golf, while that is not an actual golf program, it is a resource. It intentionally reaches out to individuals who have a disability, but also intentionally reaches out across the golf industry to promote inclusion. Now, I want to point out to you this search engine right here. The search engine, again, allows individuals to go in and add your listing. So again, if you're an instructor or if you're a facility that has various programs that market to individuals or that who would be willing to have individuals who have a disability come to their course. And it sounds odd to say would be willing, but not all courses appear to be very welcoming and accepting of a wide range of individuals, including those with different abilities. So I encourage you, if you are, to go ahead and add your listing. Now, if you're an individual with a disability or maybe a family member who's helping your family member look for a facility, then click here, because then that helps you find what facilities, instructors, programs are in your area. And like I've said before, unless the golf instructor or the golf facility, somebody at the facility goes in and registers here with the initial listing, then we're not able to find them down here. So please make sure you do go and add yourself on that. And then here for the PGA Hope program, for those who run PGA Hope programs, this is where you can list that you too offer that type of a program. Or actually, let me back up, because you don't list it here. That's where you look for the programs. Right here is where you would give that listing. So going back to Make Golf Your Thing, speaking of PGA Hope, this is where you can click to also go to the PGA Hope program and find additional information on that. Now, because I work in the space of juniors, I have been spending time over the years getting familiar with the various national programs. And because Scottish Rite kids are seen from not only across Texas, but across the United States now, I oftentimes have to reach out to different programs to try to help get our children connected to these community junior golf programs. You may remember that you saw the PGA Junior League video that we did last summer, because for the first time we had a PGA Junior League team that was all Scottish Rite patients. That would be an adapted program, and it's a good start towards inclusion. And I tell you, I want to give a lot of praise to the PGA Junior League, because for the first time, they are actively asking questions in their registration to help identify if a child has a physical or intellectual impairment. What can they do to help make it successful? But that also speaks to the parent who's registering their child, that if they're asking those kinds of questions, then that means my child will be welcomed, my child will be included, and my child's important, because they want to make sure that they have my child have successful experience. So the first tee and the LPGA, USGA girls golf programs, for a number of years, we've been able to refer many of our Learn to Golf members, our patients of Scottish Rite, to these various programs, because at the grassroots level, I have yet to find one of the chapters, whether it's in First Tee or the girls golf program, that hasn't been welcoming, where some improvements can still be done, and that is with their intentional marketing to show that they too reach out specifically for children with disabilities. Then we also have Youth on Course, the PGA Junior Golf Camps, and then US Kids Golf. All of these resources are wonderful resources and programs that are available here on the Make Golf Your Thing. And the fact that they are on Make Golf Your Thing states that they are welcoming of a wide range of customer. Now, let's go back to watching. As I mentioned before, when you see pictures that represent a broad array of individuals with various backgrounds and various abilities. It does help people imagine, envision themselves being in that setting. So let's watch and see.
What did you do to make a difference? It's not what you said right then and there, it's what did you do?
We've got to make it not just welcoming, we've got to make it invitational.
I'm really proud of what our team is doing with the full industry group to bring diversity, equity, inclusion off a piece of paper and into life.
Hi, we're the first ever interns from Albion College and Howard University
and the Careers in Golf Development Program
at Westfield Country Club.
Exposing these young people to the game of golf is really an opportunity for them to learn and grow and see behind the scenes where they may one day have careers in the industry.
I'm really thankful for the PGA Tour and Bridgestone. It really showed me the opportunities that await me.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm the recruiter for Troon, and I make golf my thing.
Hey, I tell you what, now that we're here at the Tour Championship in Atlanta, we make golf our business.
The Diversity and Inclusion Guidelines have given me and my team a simple framework to talk about issues that have historically been difficult to address in golf.
Thank you for the grassroots grant from the Greater Cleveland Junior Golf Scholarship Fund. Make golf your thing.
Big thanks to the Grassroots Grant Program. Please make golf your thing and help us bring greater diversity to the sport.
We want to thank the We Are Golf Grassroots Grant Program because Viva Latina Golfers!
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. And I can't tell you who to
It's on!
Golf is my thing. Make golf your thing. Golf is my thing.
Golf is my thing.
Maniacs, golf is my thing. You should make it your thing too.
To learn more, check out makegolfyourthing.org.
It's amazing how many people they've had involved and the things that they've done to be able to make golf your thing. And you may be thinking, oh, this is well and good, but we don't have the funds or we wouldn't know where to begin. Well, this is where some of the toolkits come in handy. And I think it's important to realize that the folks with Make Golf Your Thing, they want you too to be involved. So they have here, download the Make Golf Your Thing toolkit. So when you click on that, you will see that there is a variety of information that they have helping you be able to use some of their branding, give you suggestions for what you can do to market your own facility. I think it's a helpful toolkit to have because now you don't have to come up with everything on your own. So something like the Make Golf Your Thing toolkit can be a very useful tool. And I do hope that you will go online, spend time, get familiar with it, and utilize it. So not only can you make golf your thing, but those customers coming to you can help make golf their thing as well. Another helpful toolkit, and that is from the PGA of America back in 2021, March of 2021, they put together Inclusion guidelines for golf facilities. It's offered in a PDF format, so I'll click on it and show you this is what it looks like. You can download the inclusion guidelines and go through. I think one of the very helpful parts of it is the fact of this assessment. You know, be able to take this tool, go back, take a look at your own facility. It covers an assessment for marketing and communications, takes a look at the physical environment, both outside and inside. Then what are some of your policies and practices? Is your staff welcoming? These are all things that are important to be able to help make sure that your course, your facility, is welcoming and inclusive. Since we're talking about marketing, I loved it when I read in this document that it says language creates culture, and our facilities marketing and communications is the first touch point between the facility, members, and guests. That is so true. It is the first touch point because oftentimes it's the marketing that we do that drives the consumer to our course, to our facility, to our lessons and programs. So what you put in your marketing materials, that truly is the first touch point between the facility members and guests. So the tool itself, when you take a look at the document, it has a rating scale. So you can take it and you can look. A 1 to 4. 1 means no, we definitely don't do this. 2, yeah, somewhat true. We do this, but there's little evidence of it. 3 means, well, we mostly do this, but something's missing. Good can get better, we can improve. And 4 is definitely, yes, we do this at our facility or for our programs. So the first question, are all materials clear, concise, and understandable? Have you had non-golfers and non-staff members review these materials? Those are important questions to ask. And how would you rate yourself, your course, your program using this tool? You go on and it asks about, do you have photographs? Question number 10, do you have photographs and articles in your marketing and communication vehicles that reflect the diversity of the United States? You know, we live in such a diverse country, and yet historically, golf hasn't been that diverse. So now we have the opportunity to become aware of the need for increased diversity, equity, and inclusion. So what are you doing? What kind of photos show the diversity, the inclusion in your marketing? And over on 14, question 14, do you see imagery and stories about individuals with disabilities? That is so important because, again, we want people to see themselves taking lessons, playing golf, enjoying friends and family at the facilities, purchasing. These are things we want marketing to do to drive them to our facilities so that they can have that experience. Why do we want to drive them besides the fact that it's the right thing to be inclusive? Well, because there's money to be made and business is business. So there's a bottom line. And of course, we want to be able to add to that bottom line, add to that margin so that we have more and more people coming to our programs and facilities. And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you again that according to the U.S. Labor Department, over 175 billion with a B is the amount of money that individuals with disabilities have in discretionary spending, meaning they choose how they want to spend their money, where they want to spend their money. So invite them to come and spend their money at your facility. Intentional marketing and marketing as a whole is also about relationship building. Many times over the years for our Learn to Golf program, One of the reasons why it's been as successful as it has been is because of the relationships we've been able to build over the years. Not only relationships among individuals within the golf industry, but also relationship among healthcare industry members. So when I talk with many of the golf instructors over the years, they'll say to me, Dana, I don't really know who to reach out to. I don't know how to reach out to individuals who have a disability. Where do I find them? Well, individuals who have a disability have healthcare providers. And so it's those healthcare providers who often do not think about using golf as a tool for rehabilitation or as a way of helping to improve a person's quality of life. It's important to reach out to those healthcare providers to let them know your golf facility is interested in having their patients, their clients, their consumers be your customer as well. You know, one of the things that I really think a gentleman by the name of Kevin Korn with Rankin Jordan has done a tremendous job. He has reached out and now works with Rankin Jordan and provides some golf for the children there on a regular basis. And many of those kids go on to play golf as they get older. That's what our Learn to Golf program has wanted our children to do. We'll introduce them to the game of golf and then get them connected to the driving range, to the junior programs, to the golf instructors. So whether it is a range or a golf course, or a junior or adult program, be intentional about getting to know some of the rehab facilities in your area. Who are the recreation therapists, the physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and the list goes on. Who are the various therapists that work at the facilities? Or what about the allied healthcare associations themselves? The professional associations, just like in the golf industry, happen in the healthcare industry. Reach out to those different allied associations and let them know that you are interested in meeting or talking with their members of the American Therapeutic Recreation Association, or members of the local Occupational Therapy Association, or National Physical Therapy Association, Orthotics and Prosthetics. There's so many associations out there that you can reach out and start to make connections with so that they know that their clients would be welcomed and show them how they can refer them to your facility. Support groups are another really good resource, if you will, whether it is a support group for individuals who've had a stroke, or those who are missing limbs, or here at Scottish Rite, we have a few support groups ourselves. There's a hands down support group for children with hand anomalies, missing hands and fingers. There is an amputee support group. So stop and look at your community. Look at the healthcare community in your area. Who are the people you would reach out to for them? You know, it all starts with making that step, bridging that gap. And once that bridge is laid, then that creates an easy avenue for back and forth between the two industries. Don't let the silos continue to exist. So I hope this has given you some things to think about regarding reaching out to the healthcare industry, healthcare providers, reaching out to the golf industry, and bridging that gap so that you can intentionally bring individuals who have a disability to the game of golf. Use the game of golf as part of your rehabilitation services. So, thank you. I am going to now go to our last slide. Actually, the next to last slide, because this is where we have the quiz. Like the other sections, please be sure to scan the QR code or click the link and complete the quiz. Remember that if you are wanting continuing education credit for this session, you need to complete the quiz. If you'd like more information on our Learn to Golf program, please reach out and contact us at learntogolf@tsh, excuse me, at learntogolf@tsrh.org. And since this is pre-recorded, I don't have the ability to do an active live chat, but please reach out to me, send me an email to dana.dempsey@tsrh.org and let me know whatever questions or comments or thoughts you have. I would love to either answer them by email, or maybe we could set up a virtual chat or talk to you by phone, and I will do my best to answer your questions. Thank you so much.